Hello everyone, where are we now?
We're in Bosco Gurin,
And what's special about Bosco Gurin?
the village.
Yes, it's one of the most beautiful villages of Switzerland. Let's explore it together.
A trip to Bosco Gurin feels like traveling to the end of the world. But no worries, it's going to be absolutely worth the extra mile as you'll be rewarded with one of Switzerland's most beautiful villages. Traveling from Bellinzona by car will take you 80 minutes, from Zurich roughly 3.5 hours, depending on the traffic on the highway. If you arrive here by public transportation, from Bellinzona it will take you about 90 minutes, but bear in mind you only have 5 buses per day from Locarno, the last one departing at 5:20 p.m. and for returning at 7:28 p.m. As you arrive, you'll have to park your car in front of the entrance. Bosco Gurin is entirely car-free, no external cars or even electric shuttles are allowed within this village. This makes this place perfect for visitors, especially for families with children. You likely will enter the village by this alley. You already see that everything here is traditional, there are no modern houses.
We're now at the church, and what are your first impressions of this village?
It's very beautiful. It's so serene and not many tourists.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
the plus point.
So we're considered in being one of the most beautiful villages here of Switzerland, but
Yeah,
seems like it's not really crowded.
yeah. I love it.
In general, Bosco Gurin is pretty much of a quiet village. This has much to do with it being far from the centers. In winter, this is even more noticeable. Bosco Gurin is the highest located village in all of Ticino on 1,500 meters. I have to be honest, most of the people come to Ticino during spring and summer. You barely hear them talking about it as a winter destination. Bosco Gurin, in my opinion, is a true discovery, especially since during winter it is the only place with a high chance of having a good amount of snow.
Ita, when you're taking a look at the houses, it reminds you of?
Canton Valais.
Yes. Well, we visited many villages over there, right?
Yeah,
Zermatt, Clemens,
Zermatt, no, not yet.
Clemens.
But I visit Sastre.
Sassve. Oh yeah, you like it a lot, right?
Yeah, I really love it.
And now if you would compare Bosco Gurin with Sassve, what would you say?
It's pretty similar in the house part, right? The
Stadel. Yeah. The mouse plates, you mean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're quite familiar with Switzerland, or if you've been on my channel for a longer time, you'll notice that the houses in Bosco Gurin are not that typical for the canton of Ticino. Although the traditional rustico look is quite present in here, many houses are built on stilts, so-called stadel legs, that are commonly found in the villages of the canton of Valais. If you have been to places like Clemens, Zermatt or Cevio, you would certainly recognize this type of house.
Ita,
Yeah.
take a look at this sign here.
M. Undrador.
Would you say it sounds Italian?
Yes, it sounds Italian, but it's not Italian, right?
No, it's not.
It's Deutsch.
Yes, remember what I told you before in the car?
Yeah, I remember.
So people here in Bosco Gurin, they actually speak Swiss German. They are Walser people and they have their own dialect. They call it Gurinerdeutsch. And im unteren Dorf, that means we're in the lower part of the village.
The Walser are one of Switzerland's largest German-speaking ethnic groups that have spread over various regions, founding villages in there. They did that in the canton of Graubünden, in Liechtenstein, in the Groß- and Kleinwalsertal in Austria, in parts of northern Italy, and also in the canton of Ticino, right in here. You can learn more about their culture by visiting the Walser Museum. This also allows you to see a traditional home from inside.
We're now in Dorf and this view spot.
This is the best spot so
Really?
far. Yeah.
So what do you like in particular about it?
You can see the church and the village and also the birds.
Yeah, there's so many of them.
Yeah.
Not a good time to drone.
The bottom part is certainly the most beautiful when you see the entire village in front of you. Here you can see the amalgam between the Walser and Ticinese traditional architectures. While some villages in the canton of Ticino do have Walser homes, there is none other than Bosco Gurin which has this many. That's why this village is considered one of the most unique and most beautiful in all of Switzerland.
So as already mentioned earlier, these houses here, they're very typical for the canton of Valais. But then here in Bosco Gurin, the people who are actually populating this village, they came from Valais. They are Walser people and they speak Gurinerdeutsch. Now what I really love about Bosco Gurin are these many typical Valaisan houses, but then there are also many rustici that are otherwise very common here in Ticino, and then even better combination of both. In my earlier video I was telling you that this wall here, it protects the village of Bosco Gurin from avalanches. So especially in the past there were a lot of avalanches coming from this direction. Then the inhabitants of this village, they were building this wall to protect it. But then actually this wall doesn't fully prevent the village being hit by an avalanche. What it does, it just basically slows down the avalanche. It's like a damping element. Much of the snow is going to be held back and the rest basically just goes above the houses into the village, but with a much lower impact. That's really smart actually, and very simple.
Always will tell you to not only stay on the main streets, also walk in between the houses. There are a lot of nice passages to discover.
We discovered a very beautiful photo spot, so you'll have this really nice view. Secret place.
Yes.
But what's the best about it?
It's the frame from the woods in here.
Yeah, okay, we'll show it to you. So you just stand behind this part and then you have a really beautiful frame. And today's cell phones, they take HDR photos, so it's going to look really beautiful. Ita, you see this house here, right?
Yes.
Do you have any idea who are these three men?
Of course I'm not.
You don't know?
You?
Okay, yeah, of course. We have to learn this in school. So these are the three oath comrades. Eidgenossen, they're the ones that founded Switzerland in 1291.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
And they do this. That means basically, yeah, in the name of God. I swear in the name of God, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, Trinity. And then they founded Switzerland by doing the oath. And actually, whenever we have a new minister elected, they also have to accept by swearing.
Yeah.
Or they can do this if they don't believe. Yeah.
Also explore the upper part of the village. In here you have some nice modern houses built in the traditional style. The best part, however, is when you choose to walk in between the houses. That's when you realize that this village is much bigger than you thought when seeing it from the bottom.
This village is full of secrets. So many hidden places, right?
Yes.
Kind of rather unusual compared to Mirin that we visited 2 weeks ago.
I think it's different.
Yeah, Mirin is just one street. I mean, beautiful, but
Yeah, but only like one straight street. But in here, if you go through the Valais, you can see many hidden gems.
yeah.
As you keep exploring Bosco Gurin, you'll see various street signs or building names that are in Walser German. For those who speak German, you can see that it's quite a different type of German the locals speak in here. As you keep walking in between the houses, I want to let you know that sitting at the benches and tables is something that you should not do. Otherwise, you're quite free to roam around as long as you're not entering the parts that have a fence around it, which indicates that the ground is only for the people staying at their respective house.
So many alleys in here.
Yes.
Kind of fascinating, no?
Yes, of course.
So many alleys in here.
Yeah, it's like labyrinth.
Yeah. Very fascinating, no?
Of course.
Which way? This one? This one?
You better go this way.
This way. And we just have the post office here. Posta. There is less than 200 people living in this village. Only 4 kids who were born since the year 2000.
Oh.
Yeah, and I think life here is slowly fading, and same goes for the Guriner teach, for the dialect. It's disappearing.
If you come here in winter, the days are shorter, the sun sets between 4:30 or 6 p.m, earlier in December and later in February. Sunsets in Bosco Gurin, they are something very magical, especially if there's a lot of snow. If you came here by car, I highly advise you to stay for the sunset, wait at the bottom of the village, where you get this beautiful total view. As the darkness sets in, the snow is going to glow in orange and blue color. The most beautiful mood to end your visit up here. If you want to stay overnight or go for dinner, then you may do that at the Hotel Walser. Try the rösti, which is the local specialty.
Wow, so beautiful. I actually find Bosco Gurin is even better to see during winter. Now if you want to know which ones are the top 10 villages of Switzerland, then let's meet over there.